What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 8, Episode 2, Martell All Interview. So I did watch Episode 1, but I didn't review it. Now we're on Episode 2, and I'm all caught up with what's going on. So in Episode 1, the big reveals were there were two really big reveals. Number one, it was the legal situation between Melody and Martell. So from what I understand, and I could be wrong, but from what I understand, Melody had filed charges against Martell because he had threatened her through text that he was going to release a very private and intimate video that they had done together, and he was going to portray it as if the man in the video was not him but somebody else, because Martell is hell-bent on proving to the world that Melody was with other men while they were married, that she was cheating at the same time that she was cheating as much as he was. He really is like hell-bent on trying to prove that to the world. And I keep saying about this particular topic, I keep saying that it doesn't matter if Melody was cheating on Martell or not, because Melody, if she was cheating, she wasn't messy about it. She wasn't with people that are going to expose whatever situation they had going on. And it wasn't something that she was going to bring up on the show. Martell, on the other hand, was cheating with a woman who had a really big mouth, couldn't keep her mouth shut. And she was blabbing all over the internet that her and Martell had something going on. So he chose the wrong person to cheat with. If Melody was cheating on him, she was cheating with the right people who knew how to keep their mouth shut. So now he has to do overtime, double time, triple time, and trying to prove to the world that Melody is as much of a cheater as I am. And y'all need to get on her case as much as you get on my case. But we really don't care because y'all are now divorced. You're not really going to be exposing anything, but for you, I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is true, for you to release a private, intimate video of you and your wife, doing intimate things when y'all were married, to release that to the world and then to try to portray it as if it was another man, Martell, you have stooped to a whole new low. Like a whole new low, if there's any truth in that at all. If there isn't any truth, then I take back what I say. But if there is a scintilla of truth to what Melody is talking about, Martell, you have reached a whole new low. So the other big reveal that came out in episode 1 was that Destiny, we know that Destiny was married to Moses and they have a child together. When Destiny was on the show, after she and Moses got married, Moses did not come on the show at all. We never saw this man. I'm not sure exactly if they were living together, if they were living in, I don't know what was going on, because Destiny was very, very secretive about her marriage and her relationship to Moses. The only thing that I knew was that they had a long distance relationship. There was a lot of traveling that she was doing to go see this man. I guess at some point they got married and then they had a child together. That's all I know. I know nothing else about her relationship with Moses. I knew more about Moses in episode 1 than I ever knew in the whole time that Destiny was on the show when she was married to this man. So it came out that Moses started a relationship with her producer, because on these reality TV shows, each cast member is assigned a producer that works very closely with them to help mold and shape their storylines for the show. And because you're working so closely with your producer, friendships can develop. Y'all begin to confide in each other, trust each other, become friends, etc. So according to Destiny, her and her producer, which is Sunny, they actually ended up becoming friends. And because for the sake of the show, Destiny had to be transparent, she claims that she had to be transparent with her producer because she wasn't very transparent on the damn show about her relationship with Moses. But Destiny claims that because her and Sunny were working so closely together, she ended up confiding in Sunny a whole lot about her marriage. So when her marriage began to deteriorate, she was confiding in Sunny, all the things that were happening and going on between her and Moses. Now, Destiny feels extremely betrayed by Sunny because it's like Sunny took that information and ran with it and ended up being with Moses. Whereas Destiny felt like she was, talking to a friend, confiding in a friend the whole entire time. Now she believes this woman was plotting against her and trying to get her man, because she even told Destiny to leave Moses, according to Destiny. So now Sunny and Moses are married, and they claim that their relationship began way after Moses and Destiny's marriage ended. Destiny claims that things were probably going on while she was still married to Moses, because she claims that Sunny was telling her that she thought her and Moses were cousins, I guess, to justify why she would be talking to Moses, or why she would go and see. I don't know why she would say that. If they were not cousins, why would she imply that they were cousins, or that they could be cousins? The reason why she told that to Destiny was, she said that was because she claims that at a lot of family functions, Moses would be there. And I don't know if this was to kind of cover up that they were seeing each other, and they were like, hey, let's just play off that we're cousins, and that's why we're always ending up at the same places at the same time, because we might be cousins. I don't know what was going on there with that whole cousin situation. So Destiny claims that things were happening while she was still married. Moses and Sunny claim that they did not start nothing until they were divorced, until Moses and Destiny were divorced. So who the hell knows? If I have to believe one or the other, and I don't really care for Destiny, but if I had to believe one or the other, I would definitely believe Destiny, because she seems to know exactly what she's talking about. Whereas Sunny and Moses, their timeline to me is extremely blurry. It's not making any damn sense. If you are so clear, if what you're saying is the truth, that y'all did not start until after Moses and Destiny were divorced, then give us dates. Moses, talk about the date that your divorce was finalized, and that was way before you began your relationship with Sunny. But everything that they talk about, Sunny and Moses, everything that comes out of their mouth is just very confusing and murky, and it's not making any sense, and it's not very clear and concise. So I have a feeling that he was probably seeing Sunny. Something was going on. Maybe it wasn't a full-blown relationship, but there was something inappropriate going on between him and Sunny while he was still married to Destiny. So back to the podcast tour. So Melody is already on stage. She already had her segment. And then here comes Sunny and Moses. The first thing that Carlos King talks about is, Moses, you never came out on stage for Destiny, but you came out on stage for Sunny. Because when he was married to Destiny, I don't think he ever was on the show. And if he was, it was maybe for like a hot minute, and we never saw him again. I know nothing about this man. And like I said, I've known more about Moses within that first episode of season 8 than I've ever known about this man the whole time that Destiny was on the show. So it's just really crazy how he's going to show up for Sunny but never showed up for Destiny. So Carlos King tells Sunny that you told her. Okay, so Carlos King talks about, Destiny claims that, she was telling you about her marital problems and that you convinced her to leave her husband. And Sunny denies it. She says that no, she never confided in me anything about her relationship with Moses. Sunny said, okay, so Destiny on the one hand is talking about how we were like friends and we were so close, and I was telling her everything about my marriage. And Sunny's like, nope, she didn't. We weren't that close. We weren't friends like that. She never told me nothing about this man. Moses said that they met at a family function. Like I said before, how and when they met is extremely blurry. Nobody really knows what's going on with that. Moses said their relationship ended because Destiny did not prioritize him. Who knows? Y'all, you weren't there to talk about that on the show. You weren't there to tell us what was really going on. You weren't there to tell us, hey, this is my wife, but she don't care about me. She don't talk to me. She gives me no attention. Who knows what the hell was going on? Now we're beginning to kind of get an understanding, but it's like too little too late for the audience, because it's looking bad. If you were on the show then and talking about your issues then, maybe somebody might have sympathy for you. But because you were too cool for the show, you never wanted to show your face, or, you never wanted to present your side of the story about what was going on. Now the optics just look really, really bad. Too little too late, Sunny. Did Sunny ever warn Destiny that she was having something going on with her ex-husband or with her estranged husband? And Sunny said that she tried to call Destiny. She had left messages for Destiny to call her because she did want to confide in Destiny what was going on between her and Moses, but Destiny never responded. So she ended up texting her. And so it was through text, I guess, that Destiny found out about what was going on between Sunny and Moses. Sunny said that Moses had been dating other women before she and him got together. So Sunny is saying that there was like a plethora of women between Destiny and her. And it wasn't like at the time that they met, he was, living in the same house. And I don't know what she's trying to explain, but she's basically just trying to say, like, I did not take Moses away from Destiny. Other women had already done that for me. Other women were already in the picture way before I even showed up. So stuff was already going on with their marriage before I came along. So I did not break up anything. I'm not a home wrecker. That home was already wrecked before I even showed up. Moving on to Marceau and Maurice. So they're driving over to Martel's house. And Maurice wants to give Martel a whole bunch of advice on how he should moving forward, because evidently Martel talked to a blogger about the situation between him and Melody, and I don't even know what the hell he said to the blogger. I don't know. I have no idea what they were talking about, what Martel said to the blogger. So they want him to shut up. The Scott brothers want Martel to shut the hell up. So Maurice is like, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to try to convince him, moving forward, don't talk about your personal business with these bloggers. Don't do these interviews. Don't go on these podcasts. Just zip it. Marceau tells his brother, you're wasting your time, because he's not going to do that, because Martel is stubborn as hell. So when they get to Martel's very average looking house, okay, divorce does not look good on Martel at all. He's out here philandering with all kinds of women. First, he's supposed to be with the side piece. Then he's with Sheree from the Housewives of Atlanta. Then he's back with the side piece. His house is looking very average. When he was supposed to be a part of this big power couple, him and Melody, when they were together, they were like the it couple of Huntsville. They were movers and shakers in commercial real estate. They had a beautiful home. Look at Melody's home now compared to Martel's home right now. Melody lives in this really nice home. I don't give a damn if she's renting or owning. It's a whole lot nicer than Martel's home. I don't care if Martel is renting or owning, but Martel, divorce does not look good on you. Melody made y'all what y'all were, because now that you don't have Melody, you're just floundering, you're just lost, you're just drowning. So they show up at his very average looking house, and Marceau asks Martel, why did you feel the need to go to do an interview with a blogger? And Martel's whole thing is, and always has been, I have to give my side of the story. I cannot let Melody control the narrative. I have to defend myself. She'll say whatever about me, I gotta come back and clear it up. Martel says in his confessional, us nice guys always get the short end of the stick. That's what he said in his confessional, us nice guys. Since when were you a nice guy, Martel? You fight so dirty with the mother of your children. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And Melody also, y'all go tit for tat for each other. But the thing is that on this show, and with these people on this show, men are held to such a high esteem. They're put on such a high pedestal. The people on this show believe that the men are the leaders and that men need to set the example. So what kind of example, Martel, are you setting when you're up here going tit for tat and trying to ruin your ex-wife's reputation by, threatening to release intimate videos about her? You're shouting from the mountaintop, Melody cheated on me. She cheated first. She's a cheater too. Y'all need to get on her the way y'all are getting on me. You want all of this heat to go to your ex-wife, the mother of your children. You fight dirty, you fight nasty. And I have a feeling that if Martel would just shut the hell up, Melody would shut the hell up. Then it would all end. He's talking about us nice guys. You're the one that ruined your marriage. You got with a sloppy, big-mouthed side piece who exposed all of your business on YouTube of all places. Martel. Anyways, so Marceau and Maurice, they try to explain to him, you going on these interviews with these bloggers on these podcasts, and you're all up in the comments trying to defend yourself. You're not going to change anybody's mind, okay? The people that like you are going to like you no matter what, and the people that don't, they're going to continue to not like you no matter what you say, no matter how you present yourself. So you're wasting your time. You're not going to be able to convince anybody. So it's just better to keep quiet. Martel admits that Mel had wanted to go low, and he said he was going to go even lower. You sound dumb, foolish, and immature when you talk like that, Martel. Well, she want to go low, I'm gonna go lower. You sound stupid. You're supposed to take the high ground. If you really want to make Melody look bad, The answer to that is not to be releasing intimate tapes of her. The answer to that is not trying to convince the people that she's a cheater. The answer to making Melody look bad is to be quiet. You take the higher road, let her be the only one slinging mud, because people are going to get tired of her, and they're going to be looking at you like, wow, he's not affected by any of this. So maybe what she's saying isn't true. People are going to begin to doubt what she says if you just shut the hell up and keep quiet. So Marceau wants to take. So basically, Marceau he wants Martell to be more like him, aloof, evasive. Do not deny or confirm a damn thing, no matter how much evidence they have against you. Just act like you're above it all. Martell tells them that they have not walked in his shoes, that they have not gone through a divorce like he has. And Marie says, I have gone through a divorce. And Martell is like, well, your divorce wasn't public like the way Mia and Mel's divorce is. Whatever you're going through, Martell, you're making it that way. Okay, nobody placed you in this divorce. Whatever ugliness that y'all are going through, whatever difficulties y'all are going through, it's because the two of y'all are making it that way. It could be an amicable divorce. Y'all don't want to be each other. Y'all agree on that. We don't want to be together. Y'all agree that y'all want what's best for y'all's kids. Okay, well, yeah, we agree on that. We both want to spend equal time with our children. Okay, so let's make that happen. This can be an amicable divorce, but because you are so hurt, and bothered by the fact that people are blaming you for the breakup of your marriage and calling you a cheater, which you are. Where's the lie? You did cheat. Your side piece confirmed that. Because of all of that, because you were made to look like the bad guy and everybody's blaming you, and you don't like that because you feel like Melody has also done wrong in the marriage. But like I said, the wrong that she did a good job in keeping it undercover. The wrong that you did was exposed to the whole world because your side piece wanted it exposed to the whole world. You could have denied, just like the way the rest of the men on the show will deny that they're cheating. You could have denied, and you could have picked the right side piece to keep quiet. Whatever she needed, whether if it was money, a house, cars, whatever, you should have just given it to her to keep her quiet. Marie says that basically you and Melody are on a race to the bottom. Okay. And so why do you even want to go through it? Because this is not going to end good for neither one of you. So why even bother? They want him to be more logical than emotional. Martell is ruled by his emotions. He does not think before he acts, before he speaks. He is ruled by his emotions. Moving on to Stormy. Stormy goes to see Kiki. They talk about the reunion. Kiki was denying that she had paid her husband to go out with another woman because at the reunion, Letitia had said that, Kiki wants to talk about, infidelity in my marriage when she paid her husband to go be with other women. And so now, I don't know why she didn't say this then, but now she wants to say that she did not pay her husband to go see another woman. She gave her husband some money to go buy some pants, which he ended up wearing for his date with another woman. Y'all, this is just so crazy. And plus, all of this happened 18 years ago, so why are they talking about it now? Kiki said, okay, so then they talk about the information that was leaked about the Houston trip to the bloggers. So after the show aired, after they went to Houston, but before the show aired, someone had leaked information about what went down in Houston to some bloggers. And the story went wild, I guess. I don't know, because I didn't hear anything. So Stormy says that it was Kiki herself that had told the bloggers because she has enough facts to prove that. Whereas Kiki says it wasn't me that spoke to the blogger, it was my mom. So she puts all the blame on her mom, which is really low down and dirty if her mom doesn't know. But if her mom knows, and her mom was okay, if her mom was like, I'll take the fall for you, Kiki, okay, that's something else. But if her mom does not know, and here Kiki is blaming her mom, that's really low down and dirty. But I have a feeling that her mom probably knows and is willing to take the fall for Kiki. So she says, she was like going through something after the trip to Houston. She felt like, she felt betrayed by certain people. So she was confiding in her mom about what happened in Houston. And her mom entrusted a blogger and began blabbing to this blogger. And so Stormy tells Kiki, your mom is a very smart woman. Nobody is going to believe that your mom was dumb enough to give information to a blogger because she trusted the blogger. Nobody's going to believe that, Kiki. So just come clean with it, because we can forgive you if you just admit that you did wrong, that you told the blogger all that information. We'll forgive you and then we'll move on. But the more you lie, the worse it's going to get. So she was like, you know what, Stormy, you're right. You're right. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if she was apologizing for confiding in her mom or was she apologizing for telling the blogger. I really wasn't sure because she says, I don't want to go into the details of it, but I'm sorry. Stormy still thinks that Kiki is lying. Moving on from there, Kimmy. So Kimmy is meeting up with Letitia. Kimmy looked beautiful. I loved her natural hair. Kimmy looked good whenever, however, but she looked really, really beautiful with her natural hair. So she's meeting up with Letitia at a cafe, and Letitia starts talking about how her and Marceau and the kids all took a trip to South Africa. It was a beautiful trip, etc. So she really wants to prove to the world that, hey, you know, my husband, he's still willing to take me to Africa, because we all know that his first trip to Africa, Marceau went by himself. And I know for a fact, that she begged that man to take the whole family to Africa to make up for him going to Africa by himself, and to present to the world, oh, we know he takes us on family trips. Because I remember Letitia constantly complaining that when it came to family trips and vacations, Marceau never went. He always had the excuse that he was working all the time. He never went on vacation with them, or very rarely went on vacation with them. It was only her and the kids that would go on vacation. All of a sudden, this man goes to Africa by himself. The man who was always way too busy to go on vacation with his family took this trip to Africa by himself. And I know that Letitia felt some kind of way about it. So she begged this man to take them all on a trip to Africa to make up for the one that he took by himself. Girl, he can take y'all to Africa 25 times, 35 times, 55 times in 1 year. Y'all can all go to Africa as a family. It don't matter, because it will not erase the fact that he took that first trip to Africa without you and the kids. Moving on. So then Sonny shows up, and Letitia had no idea that Sonny was going to be there. And she was not happy at all to see Sonny, because Letitia sees Sonny as a skanky homewrecker. And we know how Letitia feels about homewreckers, because I'm pretty sure a lot of them have threatened her marriage. So she doesn't really see it for Sonny at all. She does not like Sonny, doesn't think that Sonny is a respectable woman in any shape or form. So Kimmy, the first thing she's asking Sonny is it really true about you and Moses? And Tisha was like, of course it's true. It's true and trifling. So Letitia says, oh, we need to hide our husbands from the producers. Girl, you can hide him. You can hide him in a cave on the top of a mountain. If a man is going to want to cheat, he's going to cheat. There's nothing you can do to stop a man from cheating. Nothing. So you can hide him in the basement. You can tie him up, gag him, do whatever you want to do. If he wants to be with another woman, he is going to be with another woman. So I don't know what you're talking about. We need to hide our husbands from these producers. Sonny said that they did not start dating until a year after she left the show. So she was like, there was no impropriety going on while I was on the show. I wasn't violating any code of ethics by cohorting with a cast member's husband. Nothing started until I left the show and until after Moses and Destiny were separated or divorced. So Sonny tried to minimize her friendship with Destiny, saying that, no, we weren't really that close. No, she really didn't confide in me that much. It wasn't like that at all. So she's trying really hard to make it look like, her and Destiny were not friends, because it looks really tacky and disgusting that you would marry your friend's ex-husband. Sonny tried hard to explain Destiny and Moses had already gone their separate ways when she began dating Moses. This is where she's talking about how there was already women. He was already seeing other women. So, she didn't take him away from Destiny. He was already gone by then. Whatever. It just looks messy. Y'all work together. Destiny claims that y'all were friends. We know how close producers and talent can get on these shows. So save it, Sonny. Miss this with the whole, we weren't friends. She didn't confide in me. I barely knew the woman. Miss this with all of that. You were friends. Y'all were close. If anything, at the bare minimum, y'all were co-workers. And yes, y'all are adults. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Now, if Destiny was okay with it, then we ain't got no choice but to be okay with it. But if it's bothering Destiny, then something must have been happening. She felt betrayed in some way. So what you did was wrong. What you did was wrong. You cannot. Anyways, Even though she claims that me and Destiny were not friends and me and Moses did not start our thing until after, way after he had left Destiny, she says, I still felt the need to explain myself to Destiny. Why? So then Kimmy asked, if it was so innocent, if your relationship with Moses started so innocently, why did you have this thing like eating away at your soul where you felt like you had to talk to Destiny about it if it was so innocent? Sunny did not answer that question because I was waiting for her to answer that really good question that Kimmy presented, but Sunny never did answer the question. So like, you knew that you were guilty. You knew that Destiny was going to feel some kind of way because y'all were friends. Otherwise, why would Destiny care? Because she knew that after the divorce, Moses was going to move on. Okay, so she was going to move on. He was going to move on. If it was so innocent, why did you feel the need to explain yourself? Because I was your friend. Y'all were close. She was confiding in you really intimate details about her marriage, and you took that information and you ran away with that woman's husband. Tisha says, you don't seem like a trifling kind of female. Well, what does a trifling, man-stealing kind of female look like? Moving on to Melody. So Melody's meeting up with Kiki, and Kiki had been saying some really problematic things about Melody, saying that Melody is not a good friend, that she felt like Melody slighted her, I guess, on that damn trip to Houston. So Melody wants to address this, so she invites her to the studio to talk to her. So so Kiki says that she did feel some kind of way about Melody and how Melody treated her, and she had confided in her mom, and her mom confided in the blogger. She says that her intentions were not malicious, but that, she was really, and that she was also really mad at her mom. So she had no malicious intent when she was confiding in her mom, but she did get mad at her mom for telling the blogger. She said that she made a mistake and the information that she gave to her mom went public. Melody told her that she should have reached out to her before, the information got to the bloggers. Like, if you had an issue with me, girl, you should have came and talked to me about it. And Kiki says, well, I'm not confrontational. And Melody was like, the hell you aren't, because you threw a whole drink in your cousin's face at the cookout, at Kimmy's cookout. You were cussing her out, screaming at her, and threw a drink in her damn face. How are you going to sit here and tell me with a straight face that you are not confrontational? And so then Kiki was like, well, that's different. Okay, that may be different, but you're confrontational. Okay, and you talking to Melody about an issue is not you confronting her or being confrontational. It's supposedly two friends having a discussion about an issue that's going on in their friendship. So then Melody tells her, girl, it's been real. Okay, you played your part, you did what you had to do, but I'm gonna have to cut you loose. She says, I feel betrayed. I can't trust you. And as my career and my life is going higher and higher and higher, my circle of friends is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And girl, there is just no more room for you in my life. So she cuts Kiki loose. And the way that I see it, yeah, Melody did feel betrayed about whatever Kiki did with the bloggers. But I also think that Melody's like, you know what? You served your purpose. I wanted you on the show to expose Letitia and Marceau's marriage because there was information that you had that nobody else had. And because you're her cousin, people would have believed you no matter if the information was true or not, because you're her cousin. So you already served your purpose. I don't need you no more. Your services are no longer needed. Thank you very much. So that's that. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye.